Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer. Welcome back to Pro Cycling Manager 2020. It's Women's Tour. It's episode 15. First off, sorry about last episode. I have different settings that I use based on what it is that I'm working with at the time. Different games have different audio backgrounds. Well, anyway, right now I currently just have one where I have to alter the settings. I forgot to return them to normal after that, and so my microphone was turned up way too loud. And post-editing, I was able to correct that, so it wasn't too loud for you, but the audio quality, as a result, was bad because it was coming in way too hot, even though output-wise might have been normal. So, anyway, back to normal. It was only the one. I figured it out afterwards that I had done that, and I would have thrown it out and just started a new episode. But then we went on and had a tremendous race at Redlands. A stage win on the podium. It was just too good to not do anything about. Well, anyway, moving on. Here we are at our biggest objective of the entire season. Danilith No Cure course, 146k extreme cobbles. We'll see here in a second if that's cobbles or if it's gravel, but it's in the red, meaning it's going to be intense. And we are not built for classics. We're really not built for classics. And actually, speaking of, race day conditions have worked out quite favorably for us. We have a single fitness peak right now in Clevenger. Clevenger's supposed to be on a +2. Everybody else, thanks to that falling stuff from the sky that's streaming across the screen right now, the weather is poor, and everybody else is supposed to be on a -1. So, as a team, we're supposed to be a -3. We're not. It looks like we're a +3. So, hooray! That might help us not lose so badly, but we're going to lose badly. Moke, 58 and on a -2, definitely not looking good. Brookshire's a 61 today. Top Jerez, definitely not going to help. Passerini, a 64 on the cobbles. Vanderpeet. Okay, Vanderpeet and Passerini are definitely the top ones, and then it's either going to be Clevenger or Brookshire. So let's start by pairing these two up, and then Brookshire, a 61. Resistance, a 65. We got a 66 resistance and a 60 on the cobble. And Clevenger, a sprinter. So if she survives, we want the sprint. So Brookshire will go into protect her mode. Vanderpeet will probably, I'm guessing, be the last one alive. As in, they're all going to just die today? Right. You get what I'm saying. Metaphorically, right? It's going to seem like they're going to die because we're just going to blow up today. Ooh. It took all of 10 meters into the first cobbled section for a rider to go down. Oh my. 3 stars. Lengthy 3-star sections. You can see how quickly Clevenger is falling back here. We're already seeing splits. For me, the splits are a good thing. The splits are very, very much a good thing, because if suddenly 25 riders are left, Vanderpeet has a chance. But this also not good that we've gone this far backwards. And it's not going to get any easier. There is a very short respite in between, meaning recovery is really not likely. Look how tired they are. You know what? They're not going to make it back. I can tell you that right now. They are not going to make it back. This group, tiny chance. This group has a chance. Vanderpeet, already in the top 15. Yes, Vanderpeet's almost done. Holy cow, look at this. The race just started. And the peloton is down to 15 riders. And now it's down to 11. Vanderpeet already toast. And we haven't even finished the first lap. I knew this was going to be rough. But my oh my, I mean, that lead group is down to like 6-7 riders now. Okay, Brookshire, you're never coming back. Let's ease off there. Clevenger is hanging on, and they are gaining. Passerini is hanging on, and they are not really gaining. They're kind of just holding position. But if we can catch a few riders ahead of us, Vanderpeet has a chance at a top 10 if this group can link together. The front group has 8 riders. There is a single rider that we are slowly catching up to. Vanderpeet has recovered a bit during this, but here we go again. Now it's 10, chasing 8. Oh, that was one lap. That was one lap.
One thing's for sure when it comes to
we have 3.5
there will always be a
to
fight
go.
at the front as the riders enter. It's vital to be at the front to avoid falls or breaks in the peloton.
Okay, we see a couple of riders getting dropped from this group, including us. There we go. We're back up there. We're back up there. Front group's broken, shattered again. So this is truly going to be an all over the road kind of thing. So can we go 99 and just kind of stay up during all this and then recover in between slightly? Be nice if we could find a pace that we actually could maintain through this, but we're just so poor on cobbles that it destroys us each and every time. And it's just causing us to go further and further back. I mean, we are 10 minutes behind. Passerini's 15. Brookshire 16, 17, 23, 24 minutes back to Top Perez. And Vanderpeet riding solo is the last thing we need right now. 52K to go. And this is a 4-star objective. This is going to hurt. This is definitely going to hurt our profile quite a bit. Moke with a puncture. That's not helping. She's 34 minutes behind. Clevenger with a fall. That's not going to help. Please don't be hurt. No, she's okay. She's moving. All right, that lap's done. Survival is just barely thing. We do have our gel. We will use our gel. I will try to beat this group I'm with, because if we can crack the top 25, it'll be a partial failure. I don't think that's happening. I think I'm somewhere between 30 and 35, or even 35 and 40 at this point. As Henselman wins by a wide margin. Are we going for 20th? Just cross the line. Just cross the line. We might have top 25, but this group is coming up on my wheel. As we approach the line, can we hold them off to the line? I think we're in the top 25. 23rd! Okay. That's not good. I'm celebrating 23rd, but it is a top 25. Now, I don't know why the game used to recognize top 25 as a partial failure, and this year, most of the time, you just straight get red X. I hope that we get the partial fail. I hope. We'll see. I'm proud of 23rd, as bad as we are. I mean, a 65 cobble. Normally I wouldn't bring a single rider with a cobble rating that bad to this type of race. And that was the best we could muster. Passerini was 42nd, Brookshire 52nd, Clevenger 61st. Time cut is already approaching. And gone. Moke, Top Perez even falls right before the finish. 85th, 91st. Everybody in the top 100. I don't know how many riders were here. I'm actually curious what the cut was on that. This race blew up on the very first lap. Vanderpeet was in contention until the second lap, but still managed top 25. I thought she had drifted back further than she did. Remember, we went from a group that was 9 to about 14 entering the second lap to finishing 23rd, and we had definitely drifted backwards. I mean, no doubt about it. 5.5 minute gap for Hanselman. Wow. 75 couple rating. Yep, that'll do it. Yolanda Neff, also a 75 cobble rating. 71 was good enough for third. But you could definitely see there's your top 7 were the ones with 70 plus couple ratings. Bad day for Descamps Mashu to finish that far back. But these are all 67 pluses, mostly 68 pluses. There's the first one that's down in our neighborhood. That's a 63, finished 17th. But this was what we were going up against each time. Each and every lap. We're the lowest rating along there, 20 minutes behind in 23rd. And the group around me, I'm assuming similarly, is going to be a bit better than we are. We got one up in our neighborhood who was just about as weak. Lucy Huckman, Czech Republic, 29-year-old time trialist. A 63 cobble rating. We saw a 65 up there who was probably on a good race day condition. Outside of that, it was 68 plus all around the top 25. Okay, this is going to hurt a little bit. We were just inside blue. I think we're going to be down to green for sure. Nothing happening in Tour of Gila. It's the final stage. Dygert took third. Uyadama with the win. Brand was fourth. Okay, next day. Okay. Biggest objective behind us is a failure, but again, I set my objective for the season is to be in the green, and we are dead center. Yeah, there you go. They gave us the red X. I don't know why you don't get the orange one anymore when a top 10 slips one spot down to a top 25. And 11th versus 23rd or 25th is no matter. We have an individual time trial race next. That's going to hurt. We're not going to achieve that one. This, I think we can get. So our next decent chance, both of those are 2 stars or less. This is another one that's going to be tough, especially stage 3. But that's actually the only other big objective we have left. So if we can at least get one of those next 2, I think we should be similarly where we're at right now. And if we survive that one, especially if we succeed on that one, we'll be fine. That'll cover the last 3 off. If we do fail that one, we're going to need 1 or 2 successes down here. Only one of those is a stage win requirement. So it's a bit on the achievable side. Results are maxed out right now. The Redlands performance, you can see just how big that is for us. 4 pluses with the stage win, wearing the leader's jersey, and winning KOM and points classifications. Top 10 on a stage for Donatin at Tour of Gila. It was 10th place, I believe, or 9th. And we still have 0 renown, but that's okay. We're surviving, and that's good. I mean, any increase to the budget is very welcome for next season. Just not losing budget is also good, but having it go up have it go up. I mean, add another 12,000. We're nowhere near the 83,000 right now. What are we spending? Maybe 40, 50? I'm curious. What are we spending? 42. Okay, 42,000. It's the staff that almost outweighs what we have in rider salaries, but we can afford to overpay for a rider. They don't have to be 100%. We can take that hit. We've got to get them out of red, though. We've got to get them into yellow. So we might reach a little bit higher this season, be a little more bold on who we go after. Next objective, 2 stars, top 10 requirement, and it's an individual time trial. Classic. 12K. Shear's going to set off first for us. It's on the flat initially, but then it's a climb. And it's a 6.8 kilometer climb at 7.7% with a max 19.4. That is pretty extreme. So we're going to set off at a 74 and see what that's like. Time trial wise, Shear is very much a terrible time trialist, but a good climber. So we'll see how the climbing goes. So conserving energy early on for her. She's going to lose a ton of time here on the flat, but by a ton of time, that's 20 seconds on the climb. Maybe she can go a little bit better, a little bit faster, and hopefully make up some time, or at least not lose as much. Top 10 is, I think, a bit too much of a requirement for us, but we'll see. 74, we can definitely go harder than 74 on the climb, but 77, you can see just how fast that's draining. So is it a 75? Maybe we needed to just stay at the 74. How are we looking so far? We're only the 4th one. Oh, we're not the 4th one. That was the finish line. Mama Lenti's already. Shear ran out of energy, so that's not good. She was on a -1. Mama Lenti, we're going to set that 74. I'm going to keep that 74. Kendall Ryan is top right now. Shear, 5th place. Minute 4 down. But she also ran out of energy almost a full kilometer from the line. So we went too hard. Upping tempo was not good, so trying to hold that 74. This is that extreme part of the climb, and it does a lot of damage and fast to your stamina bar. 74, not going to make it to the end on a 74, but let's hold steady with it. Donadin coming up on the line. Let's go ahead and focus on Donadin now. We need a 73. Back off a little bit. Donadin, better climber and better time trialist than what we had in Shear. Shear's already down to 14th. Mama Lenti hasn't even reached the finish yet. And see, this is that painful part, right? Look at all the time we just lost. She lost a minute. Mama Lenti comes in behind Shear, 17th, 2:15 down. So having enough energy to get to the end is vital. None of us are good time trialists. It's the climber part. Vanderpeet, it's the climber part. So we, over the next 3 riders, need to figure out how much energy we can distribute throughout this thing and be able to get to the end on it. I'm thinking we might be going a little too hard. You can see we just passed somebody. So 67 Mountain is pretty good comparatively. This is not a high-level race. This is a lot of poor quality riders. We might be able to get some sort of result, and Donadin is hanging on for now. So let's... Clevenger is balanced between time trial and mountain. It is prologue also, actually, that we're going to need to pay attention to. But Donadin, inside 1 kilometer, and she's going to be able to up tempo and push to the end here and gain even more time. 7th place, 58 seconds down. Okay.
This climb is
72-73 range is doable, is manageable, and we were able to push to the line and gain a ton of time comparatively to what we were losing elsewhere. Shear, Mama Lenti are outside of the top 20 now. Donadin, for now, top 10. Will that hold up? Probably not. The favorite riders are coming at the end. And not when you only have 2 spots to go, going backwards. But we'll see how Clevenger does 72, 73 seems to be about the right amount of energy. Clevenger hanging on for now. Here comes Klaus. Let's set Klaus up. Klaus is also balanced. Clevenger, 27th at the checkpoint. The climbing's making the big difference, not the time trial. So Vanderpeet, regardless of 21st at the end, so having that energy, she moved up 7 spots. Vanderpeet, being a good climber, very well could contend for a top 10. Donadin outside of the top 10 now, 11th place. Jovi, Knight.
The rider crossing the line is credited with the best time so far.
Minute 21 for that leader. It's not about the leader, though. It's about the top 10. That's at 3:14 down. We need a half-hour time. Klaus is doing okay on the time here, but not a great climber, so it's going to all be down to Vanderpeet. Donadin now 14th. Will keep a top 25. So we at least have that part secure. Can Vanderpeet crack the top 10? We'll find out soon. Oh, yes, look at that race day condition. Okay, so that's definitely 73 territory. 69 time trial today, 72 prologue, so that's a plus 70. Mountain, 73 today. Resistance, 76 today. Vanderpeet absolutely can compete for a top 10. And I will be very disappointed if she doesn't do it. We're not going to compete for the win, but competing for the top 10, absolutely. She flew through that flat section, has plenty of energy. Here's where it's going to get tough. Let's go ahead and take a look at the times. You can see the times, not much difference. Not much difference. We are seeing some names populate that list right now, though, as the leaders are riding, and there's still another 8 to go after Vanderpeet. Vanderpeet, so far so good. 3K to go. And really through the worst of the climbing now. And still has energy to spare. I'm going to speed up a little bit. Vanderpeet, 18.5%, 6th place at the check. 118. She's in and amongst a very, very tight group. And we're going to speed up even more here. 99. She gains a lot of time there. 3rd place. That's got to be a top 10. That has got to be a top 10. We beat everybody but the top 2. We're just ahead of the curve on the time gaps, though. 7th, 10th. Top 10 guaranteed. Top 10 guaranteed. I don't think we'll keep a podium. Will we keep a top 5, though? Maybe. Fleur Vanderpeet absolutely excelled on that climb. Race day condition, huge contributing factor to that. We slipped to 4th, that second rider coming in. Here's Prieto, who we've been up against a couple times recently. Redlands. I think she took 2nd at Redlands when we took 3rd. Prieto takes 2nd here. And Vanderpeet hangs on to a top 5. So we didn't just get the top 10 we needed, we got a top 5. That's an excellent result. Minute 11. Just ahead of that curve where the times really start to bunch up. You have the few riders that are significantly stronger than everybody else. Those riders easily won. Easily took the top spots. And then we beat out the bunch. We beat the field. We beat the pack to get 5th place. There was 4 riders that were definitely stronger all inside that minute. There was 4 riders more tightly packed at the top. But then you see behind us, beginning at a minute 21, with Jovi Knight, that group is where things start to pack up a little bit tighter, get closer together on the times. And Vanderpeet beat that group by 10 seconds. Really good result. Oh my goodness, I did not think we were really going to honestly compete for that top 10, but we not only did it, but we grabbed a top 5. So our countback the next day, though, only a small increase. Now, this is where we're starting to run into a problem. We failed the biggest objective. That was a 2-star objective. So the bounce back from that, very minor. Very minor. our only chance of getting back into blue is going to be a success on this 3-star objective, because a 2-star super success moved us up about 3%. So even if we succeed the other 4, all 4 of them, you could expect maybe 6%. That's not enough to get to blue. So at a minimum, we have to succeed on this race and possibly have to have a super success. But again, I don't know if we're ready to be pushing blue this season with the team we have. But that really helps us on that potential of keeping it in the green and at least adding to the budget a little bit for next season, which is phenomenal. 3 objectives in 3 days. Tour of Arava. 2 climbs. This is the bigger, harder climb, and this one we need to make sure we are up for it. So I'm going to set everyone to an 81. I'm also going to slow things down, make sure we haven't drifted too far back, and so far so good. That was already the steepest section. It's easing off a little bit. Here's the last steep section. Once we round this switchback, it's going to level off a bit, and right now everybody's still in the peloton. Passerini struggling, 100 riders left, 93 riders, and we see a big split. It's going to come back together though, I think. Passerini's gone, but I think we will see most of the rest. Donadin, Mamalenti, small chance this group will not make it back.
So this is the last third of the race. Anyone who is gunning for victory has got to make
But
a move
Vanderpeet's
very
in the main
soon.
group. Top 10's the objective for today. And as expected, this group is going to make it back up there. The groups behind, I do not think will make it. But there you go. 81 left in the peloton. We're going to get everyone back up to the front. Okay, 27K to go. Sheer. Go ahead and protect Vanderpeet again. Mamalenti riding solo. Yeah, that's fine. Vanderpeet and Donadin are the leaders. Mamalenti is pretty... Actually, Mamalenti's going to be better off for the finish than Vanderpeet will. Mamalenti could be our leader today. Donadin's the other one, so Sheer, go ahead and protect
We've got 15
Donadin.
kilometers to the finish
There you
line.
go. 14K to go. All right, let's take a look at the profile, know what we're heading into. Only 2 steeper sections and not that steep. It's going to kind of come down to a sprint. Sheer actually can sprint a little bit. Vanderpeet does not. Donadin's got a good turn of pace, not Mamalenti. So we need Donadin at the finish. And you know what? Why not Clevenger? Why not? Let's change this up. So Sheer is a little bit quick. You know what? Let's just do this now. I think this whole group will make it, including Clevenger. So I want Clevenger or no, Donadin. Okay, Donadin with the climbing punchiness, and then Clevenger to lead her out. We'll have to keep an eye on the energy level. Sheer. Okay, Vanderpeet, Mamalenti. Gel up now. 11K to go, bringing us forward. Not too fast here.
Only 10 kilometers left.
I think we've got a shot at that top 10 today. 9K to go. Okay, Vanderpeet gel. Okay, pick up the pace. So it begins, 5% gradient. Sheer, gel, Mamalenti, a little faster now. 6K to go. And we're seeing the attacks. I need top 10. I don't need to worry about 1 or 2 riders going away. 5K to go. That's gel for the last riders.
The riders are entering
99 for Mamalenti. Red bar's gone. 4.5K. We're coming up on that steepest section now. As soon as we hit it, we go on to Vanderpeet. And a 96, I think, is good. Vanderpeet's going to do some damage to Sheer and Clevenger, I think. We don't want it to be too much damage because we want the others. But if we can get through this, we can attack the finish. And Donadin will be the one who makes it happen. Sarah, here we go. Recovering to the top. Mamalenti with her 99 still going strong. All right, Vanderpeet, you're going to go push to the end. 2.5K. No red bar, but you're going to go your pace. Clevenger already fading. Donadin, you got 2.5K to go. Vanderpeet's got a good shot at finishing top 10. Donadin's got a good shot at possibly winning this thing. 1.5K to go. Donadin coming through, and sprinted out. Oh gosh, here comes some fast riders. We might have top 10. We might have top 10. Come on now. Parkinson for the win. Baum. Pavlukina. Top 3. 12th. 13th. 16th. Just missed top 10. Almost worked out, but there was a group there of about 8 riders who made it through the climb part just fine, and then were able to sprint it out. Vanderpeet destroyed our lead out riders, even though I was trying not to push too hard. Sheer, Clevenger, just not strong enough. And so all that was left was Donadin, and Donadin had 2.5K to go. And because of Clevenger and Sheer fading before Vanderpeet, Donadin had a gap opened up, so I couldn't even follow Vanderpeet to set up the sprint for Donadin. Either way, the punchier, better climber, better sprinters, about 8 of them, beat us out. Take those 8 out, and all of a sudden we're sitting in 4th, 5th place. Would have been a good result. But that group was much too strong. You can see Prieto again here. And she takes just 6th place on this one. And Prieto is definitely a step up from where we're at. So we were just a little too weak compared to this group. You can see kind of what we're up against. 69 mountain, 72 hill, 72 sprint for your winner. Prieto, for comparison, 75 mountain, 72 hill, 66 sprint. That's why we couldn't get it. Even McLeod, 75 mountain, 71 hill, which is why a Donadin with a 66 mountain and just a 63 sprint, just not quite good enough. So close, 2 positions away, but we do fail on this one. And I think from that you could probably kiss our max objective away, because we just dropped right back down to where we were. So the little bit of gain we made has gone away. But, I think we're in a good place. 1 3-star objective remains. It's the next one, and it's another 1 day later. It's going to come into that next episode. But that was... oh no, there it is. Oh, it's a 4-stage. It's a 4-stager. Okay, there was 2 days in between, but that's 4 objectives spread out by just 6 days. Tough stretch. And so far, I think we've managed it fairly well, considering the team we have. Considering what it could have, should have been for us. We've got a single rider that's hit 70, a 68, a 67, a 66, and a bunch of 65s. That's not a good group. They're managing the expectations well, though. So I'm proud of the ladies on what they've been able to accomplish so far. I don't think we're going to hit that max. Obviously not the 100%, but hitting the, 85? Yeah, I don't think we're going to do that. We're 10% away. But again, that next one, 3-star objective, last one in the top 5 of the year, aging tour, is not until September. So irrelevant. Last one of that top 5. Last one that's even a star and a half or better. So if we can get that top 10, maybe, just maybe, right? If we could pick up 7-8% from that one, especially if we get, like, say, top 5, we could still be in. We could still be in with a shout. That's going to do it for this episode, though. I'm Decathlon Gamer. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to hit that like button, and I'll see you next time. Have a good one. Be safe out there, and bye for now.